When you're cooking in the kitchen as a babysitter, what do you do with the kids? Stay tuned. Hey sitters, welcome back. It's Lydia. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to give a big shout out to Kaya, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, for asking this awesome question. She had asked what to do with toddlers or kids while you're cooking in the kitchen to keep them distracted and safe. So this is such a great question because you obviously want to be safe with kids while you're cooking and using the hot stove or knives and stuff. No matter what kind of kitchen type you have or you're cooking in, you should definitely always keep those kids in your line of sight, meaning you can always see them at all times while you're in the kitchen. So whether that means you are in that enclosed kitchen and they're right outside of that doorway area, or you have the island kitchen where you could just see into another room and they're fine in that other room, always keep them in your line of sight. So this is all depending on what the parents already have ready, available for you to use. For infants, it could be the automatic swing, the bouncer, play mats that they could lay on their back or have tummy time on. For those who are just learning how to walk or are still crawling, you could put them in the exerciser, which allows them to spin around and play with the toys on it. You can use the kid corral that that connect, and you can make it into whatever shape. Put them in there with some toys. Also, you could put them in the high chair. I know the little girl that I nanny loves watching what I'm doing in the kitchen, what I'm cooking, what I'm chopping. So I put her in the high chair, give her a little snack, and she watches me do my cooking, my prepping. If they don't really care what's going on, what you're cooking or anything, they don't care to watch you, but they are wanting to be in the same room with you, you can sit them down in a corner of the kitchen. This really works, especially if you have an enclosed kitchen. When I was younger, my mom sat me and my sisters in front of a cabinet that was dedicated to plastic containers. And she would just let us go through that and play with them, and then obviously wash them before she used them again the next time. But I would probably do the same thing with some of my older kids who don't want to sit in a high chair. I would sit them in a corner and give them either plastic containers and put stuff in them and put the lids on them and let them shake them and try and open them. Or I would give them pots and pans and a wooden spoon to bang on pots and pans. And you could make a game out of it. Let them know that you need some music to sing to and get them excited about that. And it would entertain them for the time period that you needed to cook something. So if you do have kids that are old enough to lend a helping hand and they want to, I would suggest you let them. A lot of my kids love to help me in the kitchen, so I allow them to do things without sharp knives or without touching the oven, like pulling broccoli apart or pulling cauliflower apart, or I give them a plastic knife to cut off the strawberry tops when we're eating strawberries, or just stuff like that, to where they're not using those sharp knives, but they're definitely contributing to cooking that meal. Again, always keep those kids in the line of sight, no matter what age they are. And if they want to help, try and give them something to do, whether it's a very small job or it is bigger for the older kids. Let them do it. Again, thanks Kaya for the great question. Remember always to keep those kids in your line of sight. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. If you know of anybody who could benefit from this channel, please share it with them, and I will see you guys in the next video.